All right, everybody, welcome to the Cashmere Soccer League's Week 2 Game of the Week between the aptly named Vodka Juniors and Primos. We're just getting started here. It's a chilly afternoon of soccer here in the Cashmere Valley. We have Vodka Juniors in the bright green pennies and Primos in the pink. We're going to have the goalkeeper for Primos get a move on here. Cepeda. Sitio. The touch-up field for Ismael Cepeda. Back to Sitio. Switching flanks to the right side. A rather methodical start for this first facets of the game. Recovered quickly by Vodka Juniors. Sandoval. The good triangulation. Good combination. Hurd. Opening the game up to the right side. Looking to connect with Mejia. Sandoval. Recovered by Ismael Cepeda. Cepeda, the push-up field. Daniel Vaca, he's going to run out of room. It will be a goal kick for Vodka Juniors. Minute and 44 into this first half of play. Glad to have you with us. Saldivar. Mejia. Combining with Rodriguez. The push-up field. Primos trying to make something happen. Cepeda, shot across, catches the goalkeeper unawares and tap in. Caught the goalkeeper on a bit of a tricky position, forcing him to backtrack. And it looks like Jorge Cepeda has opened the scoring for Primos here in the early going. 2 minutes 25 into this first half of play. It is 1-0. Primos here in the early going. When one of the cars gets into it here, you can hear it in the background. If we have to make a run for it, folks, it's been a pleasure. The long kick upfield. Rejected. All right, we're back on now. Have a bit of a technical difficulty there. Cepeda. Ball goes out of bounds. It looks like it will be Daniel Vaca putting it back into play. No, it will be actually Vodka Juniors resuming the action. Guerrero. Connecting with Sandoval. Taken back by Primos. Saldivar. The good through ball that time. Cepeda. And the stop by the goalkeeper. Mr. Leon. The long kick upfield. Looking to find Hurd. Instead, it's the hands of Alex Canchola. Ball goes out of bounds. Vodka Juniors will resume the action. Or will they? Because it's Primos going to fetch it, so it looks like it's going to be Primos, more specifically Jorge Cepeda, resuming play. The header, rejected by the back line of Vodka Juniors. Now one with more optimism than accuracy. Not a major concern for the goalkeeper of Primos. Rocha. That's to the back for Diego Sitio. Taken away nimbly by Sandoval. Battling for Primos Cepeda. Rocha. The outlet touch lands at the feet of Jorge Cepeda. Long push-up field. Ismael Cepeda one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and goalkeeper prevails this time. The header. And preaching calm, Mr. Alex Canchola tells his troops, I got this one. 5 minutes 36 into this first half of play. This moment of the game brought to you by one of our distinguished sponsors, La Tortuga Loca, in the heart of downtown Cashmere. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in. Vaca. Is he going to make it? Shot across. Vaca the tapper. Ismael Cepeda makes it 2-0 for Primos. 6 minutes, 6 seconds into this. It is 2-0 Primos. And it might start getting late really early for Vodka Juniors here. Vodka Juniors having lost their inaugural match last week against Botafogo, 3-0. And Primos having put up quite a fight against Squatch, tying it up 2-2. Mejia down the flank, the shot, and that one sails over the crossbar. But a good opportunity for Vodka Juniors trying to cut this lead in half. It looks like it was Israel Rocha that sent it out of bounds. No, they're going to say it was a goal kick. I stand corrected. The push-up field. Turn back. Vaca, shot across. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for Primos. There's a header. A good effort by Mr. Ismael Cepeda. That sails a little wide. It should be Vodka Juniors restarting the action. Mejia. Right in front of us, the ball. Throw in. Mejia for Vodka Juniors. Rodriguez. The through ball looking to connect with Guerrero. Ends instead at the hands of Alex Canchola. Canchola. Rocha. Rocha back to Canchola. First on it, however, will be Sitio. Ismael Cepeda. Sitio. The long ball upfield for a very lonesome Vaca. Now he gets some company. Ball goes out of bounds. The two players pointing at each other. The referee agrees with the player from Vodka Juniors. It looks like it's Bautista. We're going to double check that during the break. Speaking of break, we're at minute 9 here, so halfway through the first half almost. Opening the game up, interrupted before it gets to Saldivar. Trying again, there's Saldivar. Saldivar connecting with Ismael Cepeda, the fancy little turn back. The turn down the spiral staircase, so to speak. Saldivar trying to slalom his way past a couple of markers. Good defensive effort that time by Sandoval prevailing. Now the long kick upfield, stopped up midfield by Jorge Cepeda. Taken back. This could be interesting. It's Guerrero. He already had a pretty good shot earlier. At the gate defended by Alex Canchola. Sitio opening the game up for Vaca. Who's going to get there first? Is it going to be Vaca? No, it's going to be the end line. Let's see what the referee calls this one. Just a couple of substitutions happening. We have Jordani Canchola, number 17, and number 30, Rene Muñiz, both for Primos, getting their first minutes here in this chilly afternoon of soccer here in the Cashmere Valley. Glad to have you with us for Game of the Week 2.0, so to speak. This is the second week of action. Hope to have you with us throughout the spring. And, of course, then we have our summer league. When the weather gets a little cozier than this, a little friendlier than this, it will be a free kick for the Squad in Green Vodka Juniors. And there's the player who was asking for the ball almost from the start. Sandoval. Foul called. It will be Sandoval taking care of the infraction himself. Mejia. Sitio on the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Vodka Juniors. Whoever came up with the name deserves an award. That is awesome. It is clever, it is funny, and it is also a tribute to one of the strongest soccer clubs in South America, the Genesis from Boca Juniors. There's a shot, and that one deserved better, folks. What an effort that time by Rene Muñiz. A right-footed shot from the right wing, and that one kisses the upright and sails out of bounds. 11 minutes 39. This moment of the game brought to you by another one of our distinguished sponsors, CW Painting. Honesty, integrity, service. Interior, exterior, residential, and commercial. Sitio is going to let it sail out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Primos. Alex Canchola taking care of business here. He will yield to Sitio. Alonso Jimenez, interrupted by Garibay. The shot sails a little out of bounds. It should be Primos' ball. 12 minutes, 20 seconds here in the first half. Primos ahead of Vodka Juniors 2-0. Sandoval. Bit of a chipper there. Sitio bringing it back nimbly. Mejia. The touch. Upfield for Garibay. 3 waiting inside the box. Shot across. And it looks like it will be a corner kick for Vodka Juniors, who are not going gently into that good night. Despite trailing 2-0 here in the first half of play. Shot across. Rejected. That time by Eric Saldivar. The long ball upfield, and with a bit of trouble, the goalkeeper now finds himself in a bit of a pickle and just sends it. Oh, my goodness. He found himself in more trouble than that play was worth. Absolutely. And ultimately, it was Muñiz who just tapped it out. And it will be a goal kick. Is it Muñiz or is it Nunez? I think it's Nunez. Nunez, yes, indeed. The roster says Muñiz. It is Nunez. Nunez. We apologize to the Nunez family if they're listening in. The quick push up field, quick run, nimbly done. Jordani Canchola, the shot across, and the stop by the goalkeeper, Mr. Leon. Long push up field, trying to find Hurd. Hurd over to rescue it. First on it is Israel Rocha for Sitio. Sitio. Nunez. Nunez pushing the pause button. Retreating slightly for Sitio. Back to Rocha. Rocha. Sitio. Sitio connecting with Saldivar. On the mark is Hurd. The push-up field. Nunez. 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 Right-footed shot sails wide. 14 minutes, 45 seconds into this first half of play. It is still Primos 2, Vodka Juniors nothing. This moment of the game brought to you by Rent and Go Trailers LLC, another proud sponsor of the Cashmere Soccer League in this is 2025 spring soccer season. Sitio. On the mark is Garibay, putting some pressure. Sitio finding Rocha. Rocha letting it slide. First runner is Sandoval. Sandoval. Almost taken away by Nunez. Sandoval. The long push-up field. Looking to find Hurd. And instead it's a header. It looks like it was Alonso Jimenez sending it to the corner kick. It would do wonders for the collective psyche of Vodka Juniors to go into the break with the lead at least cut in half. There's the shot, the header, and it sails a little wide. A good effort that time by Rodriguez. That Mr. Canchola was, I bet, more than glad to see sail out of danger. The header by Nunez, a bit too tall of an order for Jordani Canchola. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Vodka Juniors. Ramos. The pitch upfield. Off to the races is Ramos again. Throw in. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee says. He didn't care for the way that throw-in was executed, and it will be a throw-in for Vodka Juniors instead. Defensive effort that time by Jimenez. There's a shot. With more optimism than accuracy that time. Ball goes out of bounds. Did it bounce off a Primos player? We're going to find out here shortly. Nope, it will be a Primos player putting it back into action, that is. The referee, Mr. Covarrubias, checks his watch, follows the action closely. There's Saldívar off to the races. Saldívar on the Marcus Rodriguez. A shot across. Rejected by Hurd. Trying again is Ramos. On the mark is Israel Rocha. Ramos. Back to Leon, the goalkeeper. Ball goes out of bounds. Jimenez on the throw-in. Alonso Jimenez. Jimenez. Nunez. Near the top of the box. Opening the game up for Saldívar. Saldívar. A shot to the birds. It was Rocha delivering the touch to Saldívar, and we're going to have a substitution, it looks like. It looks like it's number 13, number 6, and number 16. 13 is Jorge Cepeda, 6 is Daniel Vaca, and 16 is Ismael Cepeda. Jorge Cepeda and Ismael Cepeda, of course, one tally apiece here in the first half, giving Primos a 2-0 lead. The header. Rocha. Cepeda, the shot, rejected. Off to chases Ramos. Ball goes out of bounds. Diego Sitio. Cepeda, he has one to beat. First one is Ramos. Cepeda takes it away. Good opportunity, the shot, and the stop by Mr. Leon coming up big. What a move that time by Cepeda. A quick run. Plenty of space. This could be dangerous. Jordani Canchola. Can't quite make it happen. Taken away by Sandoval, and Sandoval's kick trying to clear the danger. Instead, it bounces off Vaca and goes out of bounds. A throw-in for Vodka Juniors. 19 minutes, 41 seconds into this first half of play. Just less than a handful before the break. The long push-up field. The header by Ramos doesn't pay off. Ball goes out of bounds. So it will be a throw-in for Primos. Primos decked in pink with blue shorts and dark blue socks. There's the touch. Upfield by Garibay. Trying to find a teammate at top. Doesn't quite work. Ball goes out of bounds, and it is Alex Canchola restarting the action for Primos. 20 minutes, 30 seconds into this. The first half of play, Primos ahead of Vodka Juniors 2-0. One of the eternal truisms of soccer is that there's nothing more deceiving, more unfaithful than a 2-0 lead. But so far the lead is holding up. Leon. The kick upfield. Rejected by Jorge Cepeda. Cepeda connecting with Jordani Canchola. Whistle on the play, foul called. It will be a free kick deep in their own half for Vodka Juniors. Action continues. Battle of the midfield right there. Rodriguez. Rejected. Cepeda opening for Vaca. Vaca, the shot. Vaca, and another big stop by Mr. Leon, who has been splendid the last 2 times he's been called upon. Throw in for Primos. Rocha. Defensive header that time by Sandoval. Cepeda trying again. Cepeda shaking past 1, trying for 2, stopped. And there's the whistle that tells us that this first half is part of our great nation's history. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, second half action here from Cashmere, Washington. Don't go away. Here we go. We are ready to start, folks. It is the second half action between Primos and Vodka Juniors, with Primos in pink going from left to right on your screen, and Vodka Juniors in the green pennies and the green bibs going from right to left. The score is Primos 2, Vodka Junior nothing, but all to play for here. Oh, a bit of a trouble there. We have 2 late additions, or rather 1 late addition. It's number 5, Pedro Plaza for Vodka Juniors. And we also discovered the secret identity of number 4 for Vodka Juniors, Leonardo Bautista. We're back in action now at full strength. Primos on the move. An open man on the right side. It looks like it's Cepeda. Rejected. Trying again is Israel Rocha. Rocha. Threading the needle between 2 markers. A bit too much power on that shot. Vaca having a little trouble wrangling, and he ultimately does. Back to Rocha. Rocha connecting. Opening the left side is Cepeda. The shot! Oh my goodness! A hair too late. What an effort that time. Cepeda connecting with, it looks like Daniel Vaca here on the, yeah, it was indeed Daniel Vaca on the right side. There's Bautista for Vodka Juniors. The name just cracks me up, folks. I'm sorry. Cepeda. In this case, Jorge Cepeda. Sitio. Diego Sitio. Sitio, bit of a run there. Bautista winning the ball but losing to gravity. Vaca Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in. The shot across midfield, interrupted by Ismael Cepeda. Touch to the back for Sitio. Sitio rejected by Sandoval. Rocha directing traffic again. Whistle on the play. Jordani Canchola was making a path as he went and got stopped in an illicit fashion, says Mr. Covarrubias, the referee, by Mr. Mejia. It will be a free kick for Primos. This moment of the game brought to you by Central Air Solutions, another proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action here in our spring season. Rocha. Sitio. Rejected. Canchola. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for Vodka Juniors. Rodriguez. Rejected by Vaca. There's an open man. This is Ismael Cepeda getting that right foot ready. Cepeda shaking one marker, trying for two. Cepeda preparing the left foot. Instead touches it short. And it's well blocked by the back line of Vodka Juniors, even though that Primos player left behind would disagree with me, is Jordani Canchola, walking rather gingerly, but play continues. Rodriguez. Jordani Cepeda. Vaca. Good ball. Canchola shakes off the keeper. Is he going to have the room? Is he going to have the room? He is not going to have the room. Very tight angle, very difficult shot. And Leon did a good job after Jordani Canchola shook him off to go there and stand guard next to that near post. There's a second try. There's Vaca. Leon has been splendid since about halfway through the first half. He has responded and he's kept this team, I'm not going to say single-handedly, but he's done a great job keeping his team's hopes at least still alive here as they only trailed by 2. The quick run. Bautista. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will be, let's see what the referee says. Mr. Covarrubias says, first of all, substitutions happening. Nunez and Saldivar, number 30 and number 14, respectively, in for Primos. It will be a corner kick for Vodka Juniors. The touch, cleared away nimbly. Good move that time. Fancy touch by Sandoval. Having a little fun there. Sandoval connecting with Garibay. Garibay unheard. Back to Garibay inside the box. Cleared away. Trying again from outside is Sandoval. Right-footed touch. And Mr. Canchola, in this case, Alex Canchola, watches it sail out of bounds. 5 minutes, 52 seconds into this second half of play. It is still Primos 2, Vodka Juniors nothing. But all to play for here, folks. A quick run. Rocha. Good through ball that time. Nunez. And once again, for the 5th time in a row, at the very least, Leon says, not on my watch, not this time. And a hard charge that time. Cepeda, a bit too much mustard on the hot dog there. And Mr. Bautista hits the deck. He seems to be doing okay. It will be a free kick. Bautista taking care of it, asking for some help. Sandoval switching to the right side. Now push-up field, looking for Bautista once again. Interrupted. Rodriguez prevailing once again. There's a good move, and there's Alex Canchola coming up big. We've been talking so much about the keeper for Vodka Juniors that we seem to forget that there's a man actually pitching a shutout on the other end. There's a push-up field. Cepeda, Saldivar now. Switching flanks. Rocha. Cepeda. Ball takes a little funny bounce there. But Jorge Cepeda prevails. That shot sails right to the hands of Mr. Leon. The heel touch by Bautista doesn't quite work. Recovered by Sitio. Sitio and Rocha. These two play very well together. Nunez. Rejected. Trying again for Primos and Saldivar. Taken back by Garibay. 1-on-2. Garibay, the shot. Garibay, and a funny little bounce on the grass. Notwithstanding, goes out of bounds. It will be Primos putting it back into action. Don't forget, folks, we have soccer coming up on the 13th with Vodka Juniors. These very same Vodka Juniors playing Central Air at 11. Galacticos playing Bavarians at 12. Primos playing Blackout. And then Cashmere, the Squatch, playing Bad Apples, and Panteras playing Botafogo. So plenty of action coming your way 7 days from now. And there are more games today also after this one. So swing by Christ Center Soccer Field. Bundle up because it's kind of chilly. But enjoy some good community action, community soccer action here in Cashmere. Play resumes. Sandoval. Bautista. Sandoval. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Primos. 9 minutes, 18 seconds into this second half of play. Primos still leading 2-0. There's a quick shot. And another big-time save by Mr. Leon. There's a long push-up field. Sandoval connecting with Garibay. Is he going to get there first? He is. Is he going to be able to keep it alive? He is. Garibay, shot across. Bit of an indecision between the two defenders, between one defender and the goalkeeper, actually. But solving it all this time is Jorge Cepeda. Saldivar. Rocha, straight up the middle. Cepeda. Good takeaway that time. Sandoval. Charge from behind. Referee's right in front. Says play on. Bit of a chipper there. Backtracking slightly. Saldivar. Left-footed touch. Rejected. Bautista for Vodka Juniors. Garibay. Bautista. Doesn't quite work. Saldivar recovering for Primos. Opening the game up to the left side. Rocha, the shot. A bit too soft. Not a major worry for the diving Mr. Leon. What a keeper this guy. But I mean, both keepers doing a splendid job. Even though Vodka Juniors has surrendered 2 goals, if Mr. Leon wasn't on his game, it'd be a much different story for these fellas in green. Saldivar. Nunez, the shot. Nunez sails out of bounds. You could see the regret on Nunez's face. There's a whistle on the play. There's going to be a substitution for Vodka Juniors. And stops right at the hands of Canchola. It looks like it's Ramos, number 7, in for Vodka Juniors. And speaking of 7, there's Alonso Jimenez who wears that number for Primos. Saldivar. Nunez. Back to Saldivar. Good give and go. Interrupted by Bautista. Leonardo Bautista. Saldivar. Battling it out. Saldivar prevailing. Shot across. Cepeda. And the ball just gets away from him. Just a hair. Ismael Cepeda looking for his 3rd tally. Make that his 2nd personal tally. 3rd for the team, but instead it's still 2-0 Primos. Bautista. Guerrero. Ramos. Connecting upfield for Garibay. Gets a little shove. Stays upright. Backtracks for Guerrero. The touch for Bautista doesn't quite work. Oh, fancy touch by Nunez. Rejection by Cabrera. Guerrero. Mr. Leon. Leon. Defensive header by Rocha. Finding Nunez. Nunez with some room. Nunez! Sails a little high and a little wide. 12 minutes, 51 seconds into this second half of play. We have another substitution. It looks like it's Mr. Plaza. We're going to double check on that for you. It's for Vodka Juniors. And Sitio, Diego Sitio, enters the game for Primos. Guerrero. Leon. Opening the game up for the right side. Off to the races we go. The shot. The header that time. Defensive effort by Jimenez that almost betrays him. Instead, it goes to the corner kick. It will be a corner kick for Vodka Juniors, and it is indeed Mr. Plaza. That would be Pedro Angel Plaza in for Vodka Juniors. Corner kick for Vodka Juniors. Defensive header by Sitio. Nunez. Sitio. Getting past Guerrero. Sitio. Leon waiting for the shot. Shot across the touch. Cepeda! It's back to Sitio. Goal! Oh my goodness. Good combination. And poor Mr. Leon found himself under siege. And it is 3-0 Primos. What a good combination between Sitio and Ismael Cepeda. And Ismael Cepeda, who've been looking for that second personal tally, finally found it with about 8 minutes to go here. Let's see how these Vodka Junior players bounce back. There's a shot, not a major worry for Leon. Between Cepeda and Sitio, Leon felt, I bet, quite lonely that time because there was nobody to help him. And they could just go back and forth. And he did a good job getting back up each time, but ultimately it was too much. Cepeda connecting with Canchola Jordani. Plaza. Jordani Canchola. Jordani Canchola. Making a path as he goes. Leaving one behind. Trying for two. Cepeda. Shot across. And the diving stop by Mr. Leon. 15-40 into the second half of play. Long kick upfield. Jimenez shielding the ball so that Alex Canchola can take care of it, and he does. Diego Sitio. Connecting with Rocha. Sailing past Garibay. Rocha opening the game up for Sitio. Who's going to get there? It's going to be Mr. Leon first. And there's a little kid just at the edge of the field. Please, somebody take care of him, and they do. Looks like he was just going to be the 16th man on the field there for a second. Not a safe proposition at all here for a little fella such as himself. But Mom showed up, took care of it, not a problem. Jimenez, the shot across. Over to chase it is Rocha. Plaza to battle it out. Rocha prevailing. The touch upfield. Inside the box, the shot, and no doubter. Jordani Canchola with his first tally makes it 4-0 for Primos, and the team in pink beginning to run away with this one, folks. 16, make that 17 minutes into this one. Restarting the action is Garibay. That one is Bautista, Leon, Garibay, Cabrera, right-footed shot. A bit too tall of an order for Ramos, who was waiting on the far post for a header. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for the team in pink, the team known as Primos, who are ahead 4-0. Sitio battling with Bautista. Ball goes out of bounds. Primos looking for a corner kick. Let's see what the referee says. Nope, it will be Leon restarting the action. Leon, Cabrera, across midfield for Plaza. On the mark is Jorge Cepeda. Whistle on the play. Rocha does not agree with that. The ball went out of bounds, says the referee. Rocha does not agree, but it will be a throw-in, and he's trying to explain it. Now he's explaining it to the other team that it is indeed a throw-in. It's a throw-in. It's a throw-in, he keeps saying. A throw-in. And ultimately, there was a technical foul on the throw-in, so it will be Primos putting it back into play. Ball goes out of bounds. The touch by Alonso Jimenez gets deflected. And it will be Primos restarting the action. 18, make that 19 minutes of play here in the second half. Alonso Jimenez painting the stripe a little bit. Canchola, Jordani, Canchola, and once again, Leon coming up big. Garibay, taken back by Sitio, waiting for his Rocha. Instead going with Jorge Cepeda. Cepeda, keeping it low. Sitio, Rocha, Jorge Cepeda. Cepeda, good turn, clearing one out. Cepeda getting that right foot ready, shaking two off, and gets a little too greedy that time. Leon gets involved, but the play continues. Daniel Vaca, Cepeda, the shot, and the diving stop by Leon. Garibay, Plaza, who's going to get there first? Plaza, bit of a mistake. There's a shot blocked nimbly by Alonso Jimenez. The ball will stay inbounds. Play continues. Oh my goodness, what a comedy that time that was. Let's see what the referee calls this one. It will be a free kick, it looks like. But a golden opportunity goes wasting for Vodka Juniors to at least break up the shutout that Primos is pitching so far. But it's still not over. We have about a minute and a half left. Garibay getting ready for this free kick. 3 on the wall. There's a shot. Diving stop by the goalkeeper, Canchola. Off to chase it is Bautista. Is he going to keep it alive? He is not. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Primos. 21 minutes into this second half of play. Just one more trip around the clock here for the old second hand. And Primos well ahead here. About to score their first victory of the season, having tied last week's game, I believe. Let me just double check. Yes, they tied Cashmere FC, the Squatch. And Vodka Juniors still looking for not only their first win, but their first goal, having lost to Botafogo 3-0. But they put up a good fight here, even though if the scoreboard might be saying something else. There's Vaca, the shot sails out of bounds. And there's the whistle that tells us that this one goes into the books with Primos having defeated Vodka Juniors by a score of 4-0. We'll be right back with the player of the game right after this. Welcome back. We've just witnessed the contest between Primos and Vodka Juniors, with Primos taking this one by a score of 4-0. Two of those goals courtesy of this gentleman right here, Ismael Cepeda. Ismael, welcome. Congratulations. Now, the last time we saw you, you were tying 2-2 with against Cashmere FC, the Squatch. What were the changes? What were the adjustments that you made today to come out of here victorious?
I think we set ourselves up with a different formation today, where it allowed us to pressure more and get those shots on target. Mm-hmm.
Now, how important was it to get that first win out of the way in this early season?
I think it's important because it motivates us and it gives us a good idea of how we can keep going this season. And it's always a good start to start getting those wins and get on that streak.
Now, the goalkeeper for the other team, for Vodka Juniors, had a tremendous stretch. He was saving basically everything. How did you guys stayed away from getting frustrated and just kept hammering away?
You have to be strong mentally to just keep going because if you stop, hey, you never know. You miss 100% of shots that you don't take, so you have to keep going until one of those goes in. Once one goes in there, they all keep coming, and we saw that.
Absolutely. Congratulations. That was Ismael Cepeda. Stay close for a second. That was Ismael Cepeda, who had 2 goals in the 4-0 victory of Primos over Vodka Junior. On behalf of everyone involved, I'm Sebastián Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.